Our story structure. We're talking about those story elements, okay? Raise your hand and tell me a word that you recognize on our board up here. Ben?
Solution.
Solution, all right? Millie, tell me another word you recognize.
Problem.
Problem, perfect. Luca?
Characters.
Characters, and the last one?
Setting.
Setting. Who can explain what the characters are? Obviously, characters are the what?
The people that are in people or animal.
Perfect. I love that you mentioned that. The characters in your story can be people. They can also be animals. A lot of times we read stories where the main characters are all animals. Luca, give me another one.
Problem.
The problem. Tell me, what is the problem?
It's something that happened that they had to fix it.
Exactly. Something that happened and it needed to be fixed. What can we also call problem? It's a synonym word for problem that we talk about in story elements and story structure.
Plot.
Plot. Exactly. All right. Millie, tell me another one.
A solution.
A solution. What does it mean if we find a solution?
You figure out the problem.
Exactly. The solution means the problem is figured out, it is answered, and it's all okay. Was there one we didn't do? What's the last one? Amelia, what's the last one?
Setting.
Setting. And what is the setting?
Like where it's at.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's at. Where is the story happening? Where is it taking place? Perfect. Now, we've read the story when Santa lost his ho. All right? Now, I'm going to show you, after us reading the story together, I'm going to show you how I would fill out the story elements map here. Ready? Now, I am going to look at this book and I'm going to think characters. Characters in my story. Obviously, even looking at the cover and the title of the story, who could we say is easily the main character? Millie?
Santa.
Santa. I would definitely write Santa as a very important character. Who else could I write, Ben?
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus. She had a lot to do with Santa being able to get that ho back, right? Okay. Who else could we say, Amelia?
The elves.
The elves. Definitely the elves. And let's get crazy and add one more. Who else was in the story that actually tried to do something? Who wanted to bring Santa Coco and say, this is going to fix him?
The reindeer.
The reindeer. All right, so we can add our reindeer right here too.
I was gonna name one of the elves.
Yeah, perfect. All right, now the setting. I know that in this story, even looking through my book again, I remember the very first page said, Christmas was full of joy and the North Pole was buzzing. So where's my setting? In the North Pole, absolutely. Okay, we are in the North Pole. And let's take it a little bit further. Where at in the North Pole? Where was this story happening in the North Pole? Luca?
At Santa's workshop.
Santa's workshop, and we could also say his house, right?
Besides Santa's.
Let's say Santa's place. You're right, because both places belong to him.
What about Santa's village?
Santa's village, oh, I like that. All right, how about my problem? I'm thinking about what was the problem. I know my characters, I know where it was happening. The problem in my story was what? Ben?
Santa lost his ho-ho.
Exactly. We know that Santa lost his ho.
It's in the title.
Right, exactly. Ho. Ooh, here's a bonus question. Why do I have quotation marks around ho? Amelia?
Because it's something he said.
Exactly. That's something that Santa said. Well, he couldn't say it at first, right? So now let's get to the solution. I'm thinking about my problem. He lost his ho, and I'm thinking back in my story, who or what helped solve Santa's problem? Luca?
The funny pictures and notes.
Exactly. So he said the funny pictures and the notes because what about them? Why did that fix his problem, Millie?
Because he liked reading the children's notes.
Because he loved reading them. Remember on this page, Mrs. Claus and the elves, Amelia? Do you remember that they were looking at this and they're laughing and that's when they had a what? That's when they had an idea. Yes.
On the last page, it shows the picture.
It does, and it shows the last page. Look at all these funny pictures that he was looking at. So, there we go. Now, what was the solution though? Let's get it back over here. I'm filling out my map. Millie?
The solution was pictures made him say ho.
Exactly. Santa laughed looking at the funny pictures and gifts. What did that one child make for him out of pasta? What did he make?
Him, but in pasta. pasta?
Yeah, he made a Santa pasta activity, or correct.
No, what if you made the hat out of the pasta sauce?
That would be hilarious.
No,
So,
spaghetti inside to keep it up.
good. Now, I've got my story elements, my story structure. I know who the characters were in my story. I know where it was happening, where it was taking place, and I know the problem that Santa, my main character, had. But I also figured out how his problem got solved, how it was fixed. So that was just a quick example of a good story that